Can you imagine a time before podcasts, before streaming, before your favorite radio show even existed? Let's rewind the clock, almost a century, to a moment that would change Ireland forever. In November 1925, Dublin's Mansion House was buzzing with excitement. It was hosting the Wireless Exhibition, a futuristic showcase of a brand new technology, radio. The Minister for Posts and Telegraphs, J.J. Walsh, opened the event, urging the Irish people to get behind this new venture. He famously said, "Any kind of Irish station is better than no station at all." He knew they were on the verge of something big. And just 3 days later, on November 14th, it happened. At 6:45 p.m., a crackle came across the airwaves, followed by a voice. It was Séamus Hughes, speaking in Irish, say, SEO Station 2, RN Bailey, Arthur Cliath, AG Trial. This is 2, RN Dublin testing. Those simple words marked the birth of Irish broadcasting. Hughes wasn't just any announcer. He was a man of many talents and deep conviction, fluent in Irish and French, a veteran of the 1913 lockout and the Easter Rising. He had even been interned for his role in the fight for independence. He was also a well-known tenor, and in a twist of fate, he was the first person to ever publicly perform the Soldier's Song, which would later become Ireland's national anthem. Almi Ren, Nabi. His appointment was so significant it was even debated in the Dáil, with some fearing the immense possibilities of propaganda that radio could unleash. Those very first broadcasts weren't just about testing the signal. They also carried what was arguably Ireland's first ever radio ad. A voice would announce, "This is 2RN, the Dublin broadcasting station." That was good, wasn't it? But we have more treats in store for you. Only remember, no licenses, no program. You see, the station's entire funding depended on people buying radio licenses, so there was real anxiety about whether the public would support it. The team behind 2RN was a powerhouse of talent. The station director was Séamus Hughes, a respected authority on Irish folk music who was passionate about using radio to revive the Irish language. He was even credited with creating the Sealy High. His wife, Maigrední Anagain, was a singer who performed so often she earned the nickname Maigrední on Again. The musical director was Vincent O'Brien, a man who had taught both the world-famous tenor John McCormack and the legendary writer James Joyce. During the test broadcasts, O'Brien and Clandillon would even perform together to fill the airtime. There was a huge sense of optimism. An editorial in the Irish Independent hoped the new station would spark a welcome revolution in the social life of Ireland. But not everyone was a fan. As soon as 2RN started broadcasting, the complaints began. Some listeners grumbled that the new Irish station was interfering with their ability to tune into English broadcasts. One person, writing under the name Polyglot, threatened not to renew their license if the issue wasn't fixed. Another, calling themselves Cat's Whisker, wrote with sharp wit, "Selections from Mauritania fill me with homicidal thoughts." And down in Cork, a listener described the sound as a perfect pandemonium of howls. Engineers like William Arnold Beattie worked tirelessly to tame this early chaos. Beattie would go on to manage many of 2RN's first outside broadcasts and helped set up Ireland's second station, 6CK, in Cork in 1927. The official launch of 2RN was originally set for December 20, 1925, but a few delays pushed it to New Year's Day, 1926. From that day on, radio became a permanent fixture in Irish homes, a piece of furniture that brought the nation together. Playwright Brian Friel beautifully captured this magic in his play Dancing at Lugnasa, recalling his awe. at the sheer magic of that radio. Years later, Patrick J. Little, a key figure in the development of Irish radio, reflected that Irish broadcasting is the everyday story of the new Ireland, spoken with its own voice, and that voice, first heard crackling to life on a cold November evening, continues to resonate across the country and the world today. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dives into history. See you next time.